encourages atheism surprised us.
Anything else in American culture that you guys love?
Well, I wouldn't say it's love, but I've been really interested in Christianity recently.
Christianity?
Yeah, like I'm not religious, but like I have a couple friends that I met there, and then they were Christian, so like they taught me something about it. But like I am atheist personally, so like yeah.
So you're Christian curious.
Yeah, I wanted to know like why they believe in God.
I also asked about a social media trend where young Chinese lie flat, just like this, after graduation. Some say it's a protest to China's slowing economy.
Some of them, they were told to study hard by their parents, maybe since their primary.
Yeah, and then they can't find a job.
Not everyone. I don't think not everyone, but and a huge part they don't know what they really want to do. They were just told what they should do.
I feel like personally I have a very different story to tell because just judge from the experience of me and like my peers around me, we don't really kind of lay flat. I feel like it's more about trying to explore where the opportunity lies instead of just like saying directly that you can't find a job.
Lying flat is like to find a place for you to be who you are instead of being pushed forward.
What is happiness for you, do you think, looking into your future?
I think just I will stay focused on my job for a long time in the future. I want to make real impacts.
So for me, happiness is like to have your own house, to have the books you like. I think my wish is simple, but of course it's not very easy to accomplish since nowadays the houses are very expensive to afford.
And with Beijing hosting that historic summit between President Trump and Xi Jinping, I wanted to know how they saw the future.
Do you think in 10, 20 years, China and America are still friends, or do you think they are enemies?
I would picture them as friends because I feel like the relationship between big powers is never like zero-sum games, and I definitely feel like cooperation would bring more opportunity to both sides.
Well, I would say that I hope they would be friends, but I think the reality is not like that.
And that sentiment is where we leave you tonight. We came to China to help us understand and show you what was going on. In front of the cameras, President Trump and China's leader Xi Jinping were all smiles. But behind closed doors, we now know China was direct about interfering with Taiwan. The Secretary of State told us the U.S. will not change its posture of supporting Taiwan, and that remains the biggest question mark. And in the battle for trade and tech dominance, America's CEOs were here, but we saw firsthand China's efforts to try and lead the world, building and exporting EVs on a mass scale and at a price point Detroit right now cannot match. And we walked among rows and rows of robots. It's plain to see these large, heavy machines will likely be used to do more than dance and clean dishes. As for the people in China, many of them are living in modern times. In major cities, cash is almost never used. Everything is done on the phone, on an app, and under the watch of this government. Much has changed in China since Nightly News started reporting from here in the 80s. Tom Brokaw and his team at times had to hide their cameras attached to bicycles to tell the real story during crackdowns. Now, cameras are everywhere, but to watch every one. So in many ways, China remains the same. As I walk Tiananmen Square, there is no escaping Mao Zedong looking down on the masses or the columns of surveillance. As China grapples with its future and the U.S., we hope to keep coming back and tell its story. That's Nightly News for this Friday.